Hi everybody, this is Alice, Bejeweled Hedgehog, and I am here for Cast Off Tuesday on Tuesday. Okay, sorry I have not been putting up cast off videos for the past couple of weeks. I was working like a crazy person to get the Afghan for my youngest niece, or blanket I guess. Initially it had been supposed to be a birthday present, but then my sister decided to, see if I could get it ready on time to make it a present for cleaning up her room. And her room got cleaned up, and she got the blanket as a present. But pretty much that was all I was able to do, just go crazy and work on that blanket. And I'm extremely proud of myself because this is the first really big project I've ever done. Now granted, it was a very simple pattern and I used super bulky weight yarn, number 6. But nonetheless, it really tested my staying power to the maximum. And I absolutely love the blanket. I am not going to be showing it this week, sadly, because it's already been given, and also it's really pretty big to hold up in front of the camera. And I took some photos of it, but I haven't gotten the photos uploaded onto my computer yet. So next week I will show you the photos of the finished blanket. I really did not do a whole lot other than working on that blanket. I got really sick for a week and did very little crocheting. But what I have got done, I am happy to show you. I made 2 hats for my sister. She went out and purchased yarn and asked me to make hats out of them. And this hat here, I just kind of made it like a little roll top, roll along the edge hat. This is Red Heart Curly Q yarn, and the yarn is absolutely beautiful. Let me show you a close-up of it. It's very stretchy, incredibly stretchy. And the colorway, I believe, is called Calypso. Red Heart Curly Q Calypso. And I made it so that it could either be a slouchy beanie, if she wanted a slouchy beanie, or she likes to tuck her hair up into her hats sometimes. Or she could roll it up, and I thought it looked really cute. I mean, if I take more time and roll it up nicely, it can almost look, I don't know, like kind of like a cute little, what do you call these, little derby hats or something? Anyway, so that was that. And then she also gave me this yarn, which is kind of like a crochet thread. It's very thin and fine, and it has sequins in it. And that makes it absolutely beautiful. But it was very hard to use because since the thread is so fine, if you need to unravel it, if you're trying to make anything fancy where you try and rip out a number of times, it can get like tangled on itself. So very quickly I determined this would have to just be a really simple pattern of double crochets and some half double crochets thrown in, and I made it into a standard little beret. So here it is, and you can get fun with it. You can pull it off to the side, you can put it on more like this, you can pull it down a little more, pull it back. I just love the sparkle, and I love the really bright, I don't know whether you'd call this a cobalt blue or royal blue, but it's a really gorgeous shade of blue. Okay, the next thing I worked on, oh, here it is. Okay, I got this pattern. I call this my Susie Cusey poncho. I got this pattern from another YouTube crafter, Susie Cusey, and I will put a link to her YouTube channel down below. She is not a Cast Off Crew member. I believe she's a Fresh Off the Hook member, And she makes these absolutely stunning ponchos. And you know what? It's kind of hard to see because it's so big there. You're getting kind of a better idea when I do this, I think. So what I will do when I take a photo of my blanket next week is take a photo of the poncho too, hanging up, or maybe with me wearing it. And the yarn I picked for this was Charisma Loops and Threads. No, Loops, Impeccable. I don't know why I said Charisma. Impeccable by Loops and Threads, which is Michael's brand. And I just love it because they do so well with color coordinating. They are, to me, they are softer than Red Heart Super Saver, which makes it much more comfortable to wear. And but they still have the wonderful selection of colors. And really, I kind of feel like, even though this is such a gorgeous poncho, like I really can't take that much credit, because basically, Loops and Threads, this is a variegated, one of their variegated yarns, and then whenever they do a variegated yarn, they will sell sort of all the colors that come with it separately. So here's the variegated, then here's the lighter purple, here is the green, here is a darker purple that I don't think is part of that particular set of colors, but matches very closely. And then down at the bottom, you can see I did the variegated and then the light purple, dark purple, and green. And it just matches so beautifully. And everybody who sees this loves it. My cousin saw this, and so she wants one for her birthday this month. And luckily I have a lot of this variegated color yarn left over, because she wants her whole poncho in variegated, and then I think I'll just do a few stripes maybe at the top and the bottom in some solid colors. I started making a girly girl poncho for myself, and then my middle niece saw this one, and so now it's basically going to be hers. And it is a work in progress because I have not yet finished it. But this is a truly lovely yarn. Let me get the skein and show you. You can't really see, well, when I get a little further back you can. It is, although it's deeper than what you see on the computer, it's an absolutely lovely, it reminds me so much of Simply Soft by Karen. But this came from one of the mill-end bags that I get at AC Moore, so I have no idea what brand it is. It is shiny, kind of like a silk or bamboo yarn. It is a very pretty antique rose color, and even though it's 100% acrylic, it is heathered. So there are some variances in the degrees of pink. You know, it's a little bit lighter in some places and a little darker in others. And what I want to do with this poncho is just do a few more of these standard granny square rows, and then I'm planning on putting a lacy border around the bottom. And then I thought for the top I would just put a bunch of roses made out of the same color yarn, maybe coming around, you know, one shoulder and going down a little bit, because I was in the mood to make something truly girly girl. And of course my niece decided that she wanted it. And then let's see, what else am I making? For the oldest niece, whose birthday is May 8th, she wants one of these ponchos too, and she wants a green one. My sister wants a poncho for Mother's Day, and I believe my youngest niece wants one too. So, I mean, they're incredibly popular. Make one and wear at your own risk. You may find yourself making one for every single person you're related to and that you know. Okay, that pretty much wraps up what I've done, except for I'm participating in the YouTubers Crochet Along, and we are doing the Mile a Minute Afghan tutorial by Bob Wilson 123, and my middle niece, the one that was so greedy for the ponchos, basically she fell in love with baby blanket yarn, which is so funny because this is the most brightly colored child. She likes extreme fashion. She'll wear traffic cone orange, lime green, sometimes together, and I just never associated her with pastels. And while I don't think she would actually wear pastels, when I started crocheting baby blankets for charities, she kept admiring the yarn. So her birthday is coming up in November, and when Michaels had this huge sale on Lion Brand Pound of Love baby yarn, my sister went out and bought 6 1-pound balls, each in a different color. And she got yellow, pink, blue, green, cream, and bright white. And so she bought the yarn. That's her part of the gift, and my part of the gift is making the Afghan. And so I'm basically going to make a blanket for my niece, a 6-pound blanket. And the way you do these is you make it in strips. You start by doing, the shells in the middle, then you attach a second color and you go around, and then you do an outer color. And it's kind of hard to see here, but the middle color is cream, and the outer edge is the baby yellow. And as you can see, I have not finished it. This is what what it looks like when you have all of it. And anyway, then you make a second strip, and I believe you can attach the outer rows. I haven't gotten that far in the video yet. I really like the idea of attaching as you go, because attaching as you go means I won't have these strips to sew together, at the very end. So anyway, yes, this is going to be huge. This is going to be very, very long. I used a worsted weight yarn that called for a size J hook, and I tend to have very loose stitching anyway. And I did 101 of these little center shell clusters. So this thing is long. Let's see. Let's start at this end and bring it in. Oops, I don't want to lose my stitch. And just keep going and going. And this is definitely going to cover her bed. And rather than pick a color theme, like a 3 different colors, I'm just basically going to make this look like a scrap GAN and make another strip with another combination of these baby yarn colors and attach it. So it's going to be very, very stripy. It will have these 6 basic pastel colors, but in a variety of striped combinations. So that is it for my cast-off crew for this week. Next week, I really need to have made some inroads on all these upcoming birthday gifts. So with any luck, you will see the girly girl poncho finished, and either the cousin birthday poncho or the oldest niece birthday poncho. And I will hopefully have at least one more strip of this. So anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I really apologize for the long gaps between my cast-off videos. Everybody in the cast-off crew is so incredibly talented. I just am thrilled watching what people make and what people do, and I get very, very inspired. So I will put a list of everyone down below, and I will also feature Susie Cusey and her channel because she is the maker of the wonderful poncho. Please subscribe to Cast Off Crew, and you'll really enjoy watching everyone's videos. And also, if you are interested, if you do fiber arts, knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, or if you do something else, jewelry making. We also show when we do jewelry. I believe I've already shown this piece in a previous cast-off video. Please contact Laura, Sweet Pagan Rose, also known as the Crochet Zombie, and let her know you would like to join the crew. Anyway, everybody have a very great night, and I will see you next week. Bye.